Hello everybody and welcome back. So we're doing this really cool door, and this is going to be the thing that we're going to fix in the script later, so it works really well. And the finished version, it's going to look like this. So this is really cool. And we're just going to finish off the wall in this tutorial, and then we'll do the script in the next one. But we are over here right now. And oh, I didn't save this stuff. We can fix it really quick. Steel and surface. Awesome. So now we're going to make the door. And in Houdini, we're going to use this part here. So this is the door. So we take this one and we just move it here. So we have this poly bevel, and we're going to remove the number 2 here. So now we do bevel on all the edges. And we're also going to make sure that this one, the center here, we're going to remove it because we're going to have it in center. And then it's going to be 2 units. So now, if you look at this one here, now you notice this is actually the same as the doors. That's nice. So now we have a shape to extrude from our other wall. So we have the entrance. So if we do a box here, this box, we're going to make it 6 width, and we can make it 4 meters high. Or is that a good value? I guess so. So we copy this one, copy parameter, and then we paste it here. Then we just time with the half. And so this is the mesh that we are working on. And we have, in here we have the door. And we're actually going to make this door thick, like 2 meters thick, because we're going to Boolean away this shape here. We're going to have a Boolean like this. And this is going to be the entrance. And you can see the floor. I don't really like that part, so I'm going to do a transform and just lower the wall. -0.1 like this. So we have this really nice intersection. So now the doors needs to have some room to go into. So we need yet another Boolean here. And if we make a box, and so this shape here, well, actually, if you think about this one here, we need to have this one be this wide, because if you think about it, this is when it's closed, and then this is when it's open. So it's gonna, when it's open, the door's gonna go this wide like this, and this is the center of the doors. So what I'm trying to say is that the doors need that space in here. So if we do Boolean, whoops, like this, and this is going to be 4 units, and it's going to be the same width as the doors, and the height is 2, and they are placed 1 unit up, like this. So this is where the door is going to go in. So this is really good. And now, when we have this solution, we need to do the same thing as we did here on the doors. So we can just, and we did this on the lock here too. So this part and this part is the same. So we can just, we need a UV unwrap too. So if we just take this part and we just move it here, plug this part in here, and now we have the doors. Really nice. So what's happening here is that here we remove the front and back, and then we just poly extrude, we reverse it, and then we do on the edges here, we do poly bevel, and then we do set the material, and here we just peek this one part in a little bit, because if we look here, You see now it kind of intersect, but if we peek the kind of surface inward a little bit, then it's no intersection. So this is the wall part, and this is really good. We're also going to have the names. So here we have the names part. So this is going to be the wall. And we're also going to do, so we have the wall here. This is the wall. And we also have the shape here. And we're just going to make a really simple collision mesh also. And actually, I'm going to take it after this transform. So now this is the collision mesh. And yeah, the width on the wall is 1 unit. Yeah, it's going to be a good collision. So then we just do this part here, going to go in here. This part going to be collision. And then we just merge, and this is going to be transform to compensate the Unity and Houdini different in scale. So now we have it here. And then we just do a ROP FBX. Now we make sure we have the name here. So name here will pick up the name we have here, so wall and collision. So we have it like 2 separate meshes. So it's going to be, let's see, I want name, can do like this. Here we do wall. Actually, we can do like that. And we save it. And now we should have a really nice wall. And here we have it. Perfect. So in here we have the collision. We can just add a mesh collider. And we don't need to render it. So now you can see the mesh render here. So we have the nice collision. And then we're gonna do the wall, gonna have the steel where it should be steel, and the orange where it should be orange. So this is nice. So if we just place, okay. So we have the wall and we have the door. So we just make sure they are in place. So now you see they are in place, and I'm going to place the wall, well, the door on the wall. Now we can move around the wall like this. So this is really nice. I'm actually just going to move it, and then I'm going to move it up the same amount that we transformed it in Houdini. So here we have it. And then the doors, I'm just going to add a box collider. So now each door have a collider too. So now it's waterproof. Perfect. So now we have everything set up. So in the next one, we're going to make sure that we are, what's happening? It's working. So it kind of collision works, and we're going to make sure the script in the next one open up the doors like this. And we're going to have the script like this. So we're going to have the locks. First, it's going to be like this. And then we open it up, and then we open these ones up. It's going to be awesome. So the Houdini file here, we did the shape that we extruded like this. And then we used the same stuff that we did on the locks and the door parts. And here we have the collision on this side here. And make sure we set names with the prims, collision, and wall, and we also make sure that we use the path attribute name. So thank you so much for watching, and in the next one we will fix the script.